Sometimes you just get surprised about things happening around you, but then I think the belief you have in yourself is superior to whatever belief anyone have about you. As a matter of fact, Nigeria is our country, but then there are some people who are still practicing the animal kingdom, feeling some persons are more superior to the other. No. Well, we'll talk more about that. A special welcome to today's edition of The Review. My name is Ramsey Enoch, and joining me on today's review once again is Michael Ekenedile. It's good to have you today.
It's good
Michael.
to be here. Good morning.
Well, you look sharp.
The Lord is good.
The Lord is always good, man. Yeah. All right, let's talk about this a little bit. The president coming out today to say, well, there are some persons who have gone abroad, but then they are still taking salaries in Nigeria and they need to refund it. When I saw that, I was thinking about the possibility of them being able to refund all the money, all the salaries they've collected. This thing, I don't know how long, but then some persons may have been doing this for over 5 years, 6 years, 3 years, if not even 10 years. Don't tell anyone that I say 10 years. You will be shocked if you put data together and you get to know that some persons have actually collected salaries without working for 10 years. It's possible. So the president now coming up today to say, someone told me, Tinubu, they work. I was like, hey, come on. Well, this is part of it. But then as it is right now, digging this out is kudos, right? Yeah.
It is kudos, yeah.
Apart from people who have even jackpot, people who have gone out of the country, there are still people in this country, okay, who are redundant but still taking salaries. Let's begin from those that have jackpot, like the president said. Is it possible to recover this money, this fund? Okay, because someone, I don't know, let me just leave that to you. I won't say this now, maybe I'll say that later. What do you think about the president coming up with this idea? Discovering it is one, then profiling solution. And what he's saying right now is refund our money back. You've not been working. Is that possible?
Firstly, it is regrettable in the line of the Federal Civil Service because, sir, the civil service is the bedrock, the engine, the locomotive through which every government implements its policies and plans, developmental policies and plans. But then if they are the ones that are doing this, then it is very appalling and very regrettable. It's shameful that people have relocated to a place that averagely everyone feels when you leave Nigeria and you travel abroad, you meet a better economy.
No, people going abroad are actually looking for greener pasture.
It's for greener pastures. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, if you travel for greener pasture and you still haven't formally resigned from the job you were doing here as a civil servant, oh my goodness, what do you want to do? So we collected 2 salaries.
Use one word. Use one word for people like that. Because someone told me behind camera that that's some form of wickedness.
Yeah, they are unscrupulous. That's the big
unscrupulous.
word.
Okay, that guy said they are wicked.
They're unscrupulous.
Michael said they are unscrupulous.
And
what about you?
And
get to the channel. Yes. Get to the comment section. Drop what you think about them for us. Someone told me before we came up that it's wickedness. Michael has said it's unscrupulous, right?
They are unscrupulous.
They are unscrupulous. What about you? What do you think? Use an adjective to qualify them in the comment section. Yeah,
because
go ahead, Michael.
Successive governments have actually leveraged on the bedrock of what is produced from the Federal Civil Service, from what Chief of the Federation, Head of Civil Service, Dr. Falashade Eso told us. She said most people have relocated but are still not formally resigned and are still taking salaries. And the federal government went ahead and said, hey, come on, these people have to be, restitution has to be made. They have to pay.
Like that word, restitution.
Yes, they have to pay.
Bible days are here, bro.
The presidency, Tinubu, tagged it fraudulent. It is fraud. And then he went ahead to say the head of department and supervisors will also be arrested to face.
That's exactly what I wanted to say, because you can't tell me someone is not in your department anymore and the person is taking salaries and you are not aware.
You must know
so
about
it means the head of departments are aware, the account departments, everyone in the account department,
absolutely,
they know about it.
They do.
I think the head of the account should be held responsible for that. All right.
So they will be arrested for aiding and abetting fraud and crime. That's what it is. Because you've left this country and there are too many people out there who are looking for the same jobs, who are very qualified. Sir, that means it is humongous and it is a sacrilege, actually. Those such people should be, I don't mean repatriated, that money must be refunded. And for those who have gone ahead to be doing that with impunity, because you have this thing going on in civil service. It's a very important sector of the economy because governments have come and gone, but the civil service remains.
It remains.
That's what it is. So if it is happening, that means it's been happening for a long time, and they know about it. Such loopholes should not be allowed to be functional.
The head of service should
Yes.
even know something.
Yeah,
about
should know
this.
about it. Yeah, George Akume was saying that if these people have been doing this for so long, in a very critical
That's
and-
the SSG.
yeah,
SSGF.
yeah, SGF, yeah, in a very critical segment of like federal civil service. Oh my goodness! Then they should all be brought to book. Restrictions should be made and repercussions also, because you can't just work in federal civil service and you think anything is possible. You can violate rules and regulations and nothing. There will be no repercussions or there'll be nothing. So I feel the federal government is on the right track. They should all pay for it, and everybody should go all out.
All right, let me ask you this question. Do you think a common Nigerian can do this? Or we want to say, who are the type of people that can do this type of thing? And do you feel okay, let me just ask you first. Because an average Nigerian may not have what it takes to do things like that. Who do you think are responsible? What caliber of Nigerians do you think can be responsible for this kind of unscrupulous act?
When the head of civil service mentioned that the presidency has mandated the supervisors and head of departments to also they're also corporates, that means it's from the top. Because for those that are on lower cadre, once you relocate, of course, now your boss,
They will
your
even
direct
stop
boss,
it. If you don't resign, they will even stop your salary.
Yeah, your direct boss knows that this person is gone. Why is he taking salary? Who makes that payment? Head of account, yeah. The account department knows this person is no longer at the office. So why would you pay a ghost worker? Why would you pay them?
But this is tricky somehow.
If
It could be
it could be possible that some of these head of departments are getting certain percentages.
no, it could
Or
even be that they are the ones taking this money.
taking this, yes. Very
It could
well.
be that this money is not even reaching the person whose name is on the
It's on
voucher.
the voucher. That's very true.
Okay,
That's very true.
if you look at the pay slip very well,
There's a
maybe
possibility.
the person's name is on the pay slip, but then the payment. So I think if they really want to trace this and how they want to do it, so
From
that
the
these people
account.
can refund the money from the bank account that this money is being sent to, should
Absolutely.
also be traced.
Yeah.
And if the money goes into a different account, all right, from the original account of the people who have jackpot out of this country, then they should also trace that. Then the fathers who put their children or their cousins into these offices that they've been taking money while not working, I think they should also be held
They should be
responsible.
Yes. It is. It's the thing that is from the top to it's. There's a chain of connection. Someone who's out there cannot receive a salary if the account has not sent it, or if the person, the head of the department, has not allowed that to happen. So everybody in that cadre that has allowed these fraudulent practices to keep going on must be arrested and punished accordingly. There should be nobody spared. Yeah, either the head, the top, the middle. Sometimes it might be funny that you see that those people out there are not even the ones receiving this
That's
money.
it. That's
And
what I
it's just
said.
one
That's
big
what I
man
said.
is sitting on
In
and
somewhere
and it's
collecting
that.
this money. But do you think, finally, before I let you go, do you think this same thing should be replicated down to the local government council?
In all sectors.
Because we're talking about the federal civil service
Federal civil
here,
service here.
the state civil service, and the local government council. Do you think they should also be checked? Because we've heard about, oftentimes you heard about ghost workers, teachers screening. You hear a lot of ghost workers from the states to the local government. Do you feel this should be also done at the state and local government? Then why? Do you think so?
I feel it should be holistic because it has to be transcendental, because a change is not complete until it becomes holistic. If the federal government wants to take this into implementation by making them face the law, then it should be holistic, local, council, state, and then the federal, because it's been happening not just in federal civil service, in every strata of the economy, in every portfolios, in every government establishment. They are supposed to be agents. That's why the president says that politicians are just the carriers of these locomotives. The federal civil service is the engine, the bedrock, and the locomotives through which every policies, developmental plans are carried on to the citizens. But if they are not the ones that have been down, the canker ones of corruption, then
the canker worms and the caterpillars.
yes, and if they're a catalyst of corruption, then it has to be holistic. If you're trying to quarantine a sector of corruption, it has to be holistic. Because if you do federal, what about the local and the state?
local and the state.
Yeah, it has to be so.
So it should be holistic.
Yeah, it should be holistic.
From the federal government, it should roll down to the state.
should
From the
roll
state
down.
to
roll
from the
down.
federal state, then to the local
And
government.
the presidency is all out to curb corruption and curtail corruption. It should be holistic and transcendental. Council, everybody should sit up. And for those who are ghost workers, please release their portfolios. There are lots of people that are unemployed, are on the street. The reason why some of them have started doing some illicit things is because of unemployment. Sometimes you go to offices to drop your curriculum vitae. They'll tell you there's no vacancy. You'll be wondering. I'm seeing few cars and their offices here. How come? Some of these big men will just relax and keep such offices for their children who are schooling abroad,
who are still in school. Yeah, and that's one thing we need to talk about maybe sometime.
And it's been done with
even if we're not
impunity.
talking about it now. Keeping positions awaiting your children who are still in school. Some persons are even in school, they've not graduated, but then you see them getting employment later. Someone in youth service, still serving, has not graduated, you hear, I've gotten a job already, or a job is waiting for me. These things shouldn't be in a system that is sane and working perfectly. Thank you very much, Michael, for adding your voice to the conversation today. It's been a very beautiful conversation. Awesome. I hope to have you again some other time. And this is going to be the size of the review for this morning. It's been a very wonderful time, and I'm so sure that whoever that is concerned, at least maybe at the state or local government council right now, some persons will start cross-checking their account and putting things together, because this whip is going to move from the federal to the state, and of course
start burning their record, burning
the local
papers.
government. Don't tell me an office caught fire. Don't do
papers.
that. All right. Don't tell us snakes swallow
before.
anything.
Snakes swallow records and money.
So everything that the president wants to do, the head of civil service and everyone concerned who are supposed to follow this should do it to the latter, and it should be holistic and all encompassing, and whoever that is found wanting should be brought to book as it is supposed to be appropriately done. Thank you very much, viewers, for being there. This is going to be the size of the review for today. We'll come on your way again. That's going to be same time, same station tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.